It's one of my favorite, well, it's my go-to electronic deadbolt for customers who want to integrate into their home automation, or they want to be able to do their phone from anywhere. What they've done on this, which is interesting, here's the inside. And it comes with batteries. It's such a pain when you pay good money for something and there's no batteries. What does it take to throw in some free batteries? It's got one key. This always bugs me. Why can't you put 2 keys? We'll cut lots of extra keys for our customers. So, but it comes with 1 key. I don't like that. And know the difference between machine screws and wood screws. That's important on all this stuff. Now the deadbolt's pretty good. It comes with different plates, so it'll work, and a drive-in, so it works almost any door. Now I go through this a lot every time, but it's one of the biggest calls we get from customers at night. This is the bolt. It says top, so that makes it even easier. If you have some other different ones, they may not have top on it, but what they have on it, I call it Mickey Mouse ears. It's not so big on this one, but the holes are slightly higher than the middle slot, so the slot where your tailpiece goes in from your lock. They're adjustable. From the edge of the door to the center hole there's 3 sizes, and 2 are very popular. There's 2 3/8 and 2 3/4, and there's a 5-inch. As far as I know, this does not come with a 5-inch back set. So I have 2 3/8, and it's just a simple twist, and that's 2 3/4. So it's just slightly longer. I got a lot of calls from people saying, "Oh, it's not installing correctly." So all you got to do to adjust this one is just a little twist, or read the instructions. So pretty basic here. And you can see if I put this one in at 2 3/8, it's just too short. So we'll go little twist. And again, which way's up? Let's install this on the door quickly. Just going on here. Now you just got to do these snug. You don't have to go crazy. Sometimes we get people just crank these down, and it puts too much pressure on the bolt, and the bolt won't come out. Now let's show you real quick something. A programming code and an A user and a B user. It's on your instructions. It's also on the lock. Now it used to be on the outside, which people to look at the programming code, you have to disassemble everything. They've done, I don't really like this, the programming code and the user code is now on the inside. So in theory, somebody could just take off, just take it off, and they now know your programming code, your A user and B user. Now, you can also, through programming, you can wipe out this and put in your own programming code and your A user and B user. It's a little bit of whatever. I don't like this. I prefer the information that used to be on there, and they just started doing this lately. And your battery pack goes in there. And it's really interesting, really good, because now you don't have to hook up the little cable. The more little hookups you have to do, the more chance you have of error. So 4 AA batteries, 4 AA batteries. I always like alkaline, and it comes with alkaline batteries. I prefer the Duracells or that's just the ones I prefer. Your best bet, buy it at like your Costco or your Walmart, because you want fresh batteries. When you're replacing these, you want fresh batteries. You don't want something that's been sitting in your local convenience store for a year. So, and that's another problem we have with customers. We go out there and they've got problems. They buy the bad batteries, put them in, and it's a battery issue. A lot of problems with these locks are with the battery. Again, get alkalines. I'm going to try rechargeables. I haven't done that yet. And they recommend don't use rechargeables. I don't see why not. So I'm going to do an experiment on my door. So you want alkalines. Lithiums last a long time, except for one problem. When the alkalines go down in power, they slowly drop. When they reach a certain point, they'll start beeping. Just like your smoke detector at home. It just beeps, it bugs you. And you know I got to replace the battery. Plus it gives you all sorts of warning bells and everything. If you put in lithium batteries, really cool. They last a long time. You got lots, really strong, and then boom, they just drop. So you get like a half a beep out of your lock, beep, and that's it. It's dead. So and then all of a sudden you're stuck outside. But that's why we have the key override, just in case. Let's install this. Now a nice little feature. Always make sure you put the cable goes under, and the tailpiece is horizontal. you know, if I'm playing with deadbolts, I always say have the bolt out. However, on the electronic locks, they have to time themselves for a left hand or a right hand door, or however your door operates. You have to have the bolt in, and when you first start it up and punch in your first code, it'll go through a cycle and it decides if it's a right hand or left hand, which is really good because some of the old locks you had to play with diodes and whatnot, little jumper switches. So this is pretty idiot proof. If you do run across a problem and it doesn't seem to be working, follow the instructions and reset everything. Just set everything back to factory and follow through on the installation again. We don't find that happens too much, but it does happen. So the battery cable goes underneath, the tailpiece goes in. Ta-da! So this is really good. Before it'd be sort of hanging around. If everything is perfect, it will clip in and stay there. If your hole is perfect, everything's perfect. It should be a 2 1/8 inch hole and a 1 inch bore. You can get away with 7/8, but 1 inch. So that clips in really nice. So it just holds it, saves us a little bit of time. I've always loved about these guys, their products. We have right there, we have top, and on this side we have this side against the door. So it's basically, it's almost idiot proof. So follow the instructions. Top there, they've really thought it out quite well. So that goes underneath. This just goes on there. Let's try this again. There we go. We have our cable there. Clips in. A little tiny spot to sort of put the cable in. Put the, sometimes you got to time this here a little bit. So this thumb turn. Go onto the tailpiece. Should be free. Now that's what I like about this lock too. It's the other ones you're pushing a motor. So I always think that's not too good. So again, put your machine screws in here. Don't use the wood screws. There we go. Pretty simple. Let's put the batteries in. Now this is good, no cable, no nothing, just kind of pull it out. 4 AAs. Goes on there. We have power. Now, it has to sort of go through a cycle. So right on here, 5743. So I'm going to go, I want to see what I got here. So I can't see. 5, 7, 4, 3. So that's the user code. It's now in theory. It's setting itself. We got the blue tick. So we're good. So let's see if we can lock it. Now this one's interesting. You don't hit the logo. You'll learn after a bit. Just hit the lower corner to lock it. Boom. I want to unlock it. I got to hit the code in. So when I go, so we've timed it. Lock it. 5743. 5743. So it's really good. It's very simple, easy to use. We can change our features. One of my favorite features is I like it to lock automatically. So I like it locking automatically. Some people go, oh, I don't like that feature. I love it. If you got kids, whatever, or you just, did I lock the door? The door locks itself. So I have mine set on 4 minutes. It only goes, I wish it was longer though, but it goes from 30 seconds to 4 minutes. And it's compatible with Alexa, Google, and Apple. So it's compatible with the major systems. And if you've seen the announcement now, the big manufacturers say they're going to go more open architecture. So you don't have to stick with all Google products to go with Google or Alexa products to go with Alexa. So you can mix and match now. And you can, it's going more open concept. I like that idea. We're okay with the Schlage, but you got to be careful with some of the other products. You can say, yell at the door, open front door, and it will. You say, Alexa, open front door, and some of these locks will open. By default, you can't do that, and some of these you can't do it at all. But you can say lock door. It's built-in Wi-Fi. Now, it will use the batteries up more. There's no doubt about that. They say 6 months of normal use because Wi-Fi really sucks batteries. The Bluetooth can go for a year easily, or the Z-Waves and whatnot. The built-in Wi-Fi, you're going to go through batteries. It's just a fact of life. You should get 6 months out of it. Some people get more, some people get less. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. Also, visit my website and you can see what online locksmith training I have for beginners, intermediate, and advanced, as well as my covert methods of entry and my non-destructive methods of entry.